guys, Katy Huller here with KidsCanReadAndWrite.com. So today I want to talk to you about how to help your kids read words with one of the tricks we talk about in the Black Belt Reading Program. So it's A and the L. Do you know what A and the L say when they're together? More importantly, do your kids know what A and the L say? If they don't, they're going to get tricked when they try to read words with them. So it's really important that they learn this trick along with all of the other tricks that we talk about in the Black Belt Reading Program. And if you put these words in front of your kids and they can't read them yet, well, then you know they're probably missing either a good blending technique or knowledge of the tricks, or maybe both. The first step is they need to know letters and sounds. The second thing is they need to know how to blend those letters and sounds together. The third thing is they really need to know the tricks, like A and the L. Because if you sound out these words saying ah, oh, you're not going to hear what they actually say. Your kids will get tricked. But if you know the trick, that A and the L say all, because all the L's want to go with the A to go play with his new beach ball, but sometimes just one can, then you can read with it. So remember, you need to know that A and the L say all. And if your kids are trying to sound out a word that has A and the L in it, make sure you help them by telling them A and the L say all when they're together. And then when they sound it out, given they know letters, sounds, and this trick and any other tricks in the word needed, they should do great. So let's give it a try. Now, remember, if your kids don't know the trick, they might try to sound this out, bowed, bowed. And they might come up with some word that sounds like that. Bowed, bowed, ballet. They may just say something. That's usually what kids will do. They'll try to make it into a word. But if they know A and the L say all, then they can go bald, bald. And then make sure to ask them, do you know what that word means? What is bald? Make sure they know bald means no hair on your head. Or if it's a bald eagle, it means they have white feathers, not that they're actually bald. So that's a fun fact. Now, if your kids are having trouble with B, D reversals, you need to help them understand that they have to look and see what's first. In this case, the back is first, or if you want to think of a bed, ed. See how the beginning of the bed has the rail and then the cushions are all in the middle, so the end of the bed ends with the rail. This is like a bed you'd sleep on, right? There are lots of ways to help kids with the BD trick, but they have to, sorry, I don't know why you frown, but they have to visualize something. So if they can see the bed, ed, the first sound's going to be the the last sound, the duh. Or if they can see the back is first, here's the person's, head, and that back, and these are like the legs curled up. You can say for back, right? Or in this case, the first thing they hit is the daddy's face, and he's about to climb up the ladder and work on the roof. So that's D-da. But if your kids are having trouble with reversals, make sure you give them some way to remember it. Some people like doing their fingers together. I don't love that because kids don't always like doing that at school and showing that they have trouble with B's and D's. So I like a way, one, where they don't have to stop everything, grab their fingers, two, where they're not embarrassed, and three, where they can instantly look at it and tell, because I don't want to stop and have them doing all this if they can just look at it and go bald, okay? So help your child one way or another. Make sure they know to really focus and get those B's and D's straight. That's really important. Okay, so how about this one? We're going to start with the S sound. Remember what A and the L say, all. So we're going to read that. Salt, salt. And if you want to put dots and underline tricks, you can to help your kids, touch it. Salt, salt. Just to make sure they're understanding what's going on, you can. I don't love doing anything extra when kids are reading just because books don't have that in them. So I like them to see the words and just read them. Calm. And you'll notice in the Black Belt reading program, I have pages of words in isolation. That's because I don't want context clues to help your child read the words. Now, there are other pages where there's stories, sentences, fill in the blank sentences, and all that. But some of the pages are just rows or columns rather of words where your child just has to pay attention to the letters and sounds and make those in the order they're presented to actually read the word. And that is training their brain to look through words from the beginning to the end. So that's really important. All right, so we have salt, like you put some salt on your food if you like things salty. How about this one? Calm, like everybody needs to just calm down a little bit. And what about this one? Halt, meaning stop. Halt, who goes there? So when you're working with your kids, remember, let them sound out the words. Do not expect them to just say them quickly, although some might be able to do that really quickly once you teach them the trick. But if you have a child who struggles and needs to sound out part by part, let them do that. Don't force fluency, because do you know what you'll do? You'll force guess reading. We don't want your child guess reading because it affects their comprehension. So don't push reading speed. Just let them sound the words out, put them together, use them in a sentence, make sure they're hearing what they're saying and they know what it means. That's what's most important. Fluency will come with practice. So if your child's struggling with not being fluent, give them more practice with that skill so they can get used to it and start, making sense of it faster. And that's where, again, the Black Belt reading program is great for that, because we have pages and pages in the practice book that you get to print out that go along with all the videos that explain how to read words, how to spell words, and all that. But those pages are what give you the reps, what give you the practice, so that this becomes very quick and very easy after your child's brain is ready for it to be quick and easy, right? But don't give up on programs because your child's sounding out words. I often hear parents saying that, oh, we stopped that program because my child was still sounding out words. Well, it's okay to still be sounding out words. What you want to do is keep moving forward. Once they can sound these out accurately and they can spell with the AL trick, they know when to, and they can use, other tricks that have been introduced already, like say the Y endings, where that makes it salty, or the ER has already been introduced in our program at this time. So that would be calmer, right? As long as they can figure out the words accurately and you're not having to give them the answers, they're ready to move on. You do not need to wait for fluency to teach your kids more tricks. You just need to make sure they recognize this trick and then go ahead and move on to the next trick. They'll get a lot more reps as they go through that packet, and as you build, eventually that fluency kicks in. So don't hold kids back just because they can't look at the word and say bald. As long as they can go bald consistently, salty, and spell with it, they're ready to move forward. Don't hold kids back for fluency. It's going to come in when it's going to come in, and you don't know when that is. But you don't have to wait to introduce more things to them. as long as they can do it at their speed, you're good. So keep them moving forward. Let me know if you have any questions. This is a great trick to know. Spelling wise, I'll go over that soon too, because it's really important, since ALL also says all, to know when to put ALL and when to put AL. So I'll do that in a future video. In the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And I hope your kids are learning to read and write with you. I hope this helps you. I hope this serves you. And if you need more help, get in touch with me. You can find the Black Belt Reading Program at kidscanonlineacademy.com or at kidscanreadandwrite.com. And I'll put all that in the description for you. So thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Like, share, and all that good stuff. Bye-bye.